So in today's video, we're going to look at the cost of living right here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're going to update that for 2024. Okay, let's get started. So you cannot do a cost of living analysis or look at that for Knoxville, Tennessee without starting with the state of Tennessee. Yes, the state of Tennessee is a very affordable state to live in. We do not have a state income tax. That is a huge piece of the equation. We don't have an estate tax either. And then on top of that, we do have a higher than some other states have as far as it relates to sales tax. But please remember, that is a tax that keeps all of our other taxes low. That tax is paid by everyone visiting our state. So to begin with, let's look at the most expensive area in your cost of living probably, and that's going to be in your housing. So let's take a look at residential real estate. So here in Knox County, the median sales price of a home at the end of April 2024 was $365,655. Now, that is still just under 7% less than the national median average across the country. But just to put that in perspective, what's going on here in Knoxville, that's actually a 9% increase year over year from April 2023 to April 2024. So just like I said last year on these videos, I'm going to continue to say that there's no reason for home prices to drop in this Knoxville area. Too many people are looking to move here. Inventory is way too tight, and we're going to see another price increase as we go throughout 2024. So if you're sitting on the sideline listening to all the naysayers and you're waiting to make a purchase, you're just causing yourself money. Now, another big expense associated with that real estate that you own is going to be your real estate taxes. This is another area where Knox County just excels with their low tax rates. So if you have a $500,000 home here in Knox County and you're only paying county taxes, and if you're not sure what that means, check out our video on the channel that explains it, but you're only paying county taxes, it's worth $500,000, you're paying under $2,000 a month. It's really about $1,800 or less a month. But if that home does happen to sit within the city limits of Knoxville, okay, then you're paying an additional $2,600 in taxes for the year. So that means your total tax, city and county, would be $4,600 on a home valued at $500,000. Next, let's look at utilities. So utilities in our area we consider to be really affordable. Nothing crazy as it relates to out of average, I guess. You know, I hear from some of you that utilities can be a fairly expensive thing in your area. But for us, a typical 3-bed, 2-bath home, paying for water and electricity normally is going to run somewhere around a couple $100 a month. It can be more depending on the style and age of home, but that's probably an average. We also want to look real quickly at transportation gas prices. So gas prices here in East Tennessee right now are somewhere around $3.11, 12 cents, depending on where you go. We have it lower, but you'll find some places that are higher. You can compare that to where you are currently to see how that's going to help you in savings. You will drive if you use public transportation, the subway or whatever, where you are. Now you're probably going to need a car and you're going to need to drive, so that could be an additional expense if you're not used to driving. But here in East Tennessee, we do drive, but our gas is very affordable. So now let's take a quick look at your groceries, and then we're going to follow that up with a quick discussion on local restaurants and eateries. So if you look at the groceries here in Knoxville, as I said earlier, we have seen price increases year over year in our groceries. Everyone in the country, I think, has, as inflation has kind of taken over the last 3 years or so. And, you know, those are things that we can't exactly control. So we have seen some increases, but I'm going to give you current prices of just a couple items so you can compare that to where you are and get real information. So as of today, a gallon of milk at Kroger's is going to cost you $2.99, basically $3 for a gallon of milk. And if you need a loaf of bread, that's going to run you somewhere right around $3. So a gallon of milk, a loaf of bread, run you around the average of $3 or so. We also want to look at restaurants. If you like to go out and eat, right? So if you go to an inexpensive restaurant right now, if you go to fast food, you go to whatever, but you get the full meal with a drink, you know, you could spend upwards of $12, even a sit-down restaurant right now, even an inexpensive one, to $15. So we've also seen increases on that side. We've also seen increases in our restaurants. Now, let's say you want to do a medium level restaurant. You know, you want to go have a sit down, get a salad, and whatever. At a good medium level, say an Aubrey's, you're going to spend $50, $60 for a couple. And then if you want to go to a really nice restaurant, let's say a Connors, sit down and have a steak and all, you're going to spend about $50 a piece. But we have to also look at healthcare. You know, we've seen increases in our healthcare cost here like everyone else has again. And so a couple typical numbers just to give you something to relate this to. If you were to go to the doctor and have a typical doctor's visit today here in Knoxville, it's going to run you about $132 if you pay for that. Now, if you have insurance and all, obviously that's different, but if you're paying for it, it's about $132. If you go to the dentist for your typical checkup, whatever, cleanings, a typical dental visit for those type things is going to run you about $100. So about $132 versus $100. Now, here's the thing. A year ago, that typical dental visit, it was about $90. So we've seen about a 10% increase in our dental cost, according to the websites that we use. And we've seen our average doctor visit go from $130 up to $132. So a very slight increase there, but we have seen increases. So let's lastly talk about entertainment. One of the greatest things about Knoxville is most of our entertainment here is free. Free doesn't go up, free's free. And we love that. Very few times do we pay for entertainment. You know, we can go walking on paved trails, on the greenway systems, we can go hiking. We on a tremendous amount of trails right here in Knox County. We can go biking, mountain biking. We can go to the cove. We can go down and sit by the water. We can go to the beach. We can play beach volleyball. We do all kinds of things that are just completely free. We can go play tennis, go to the skate park. You can do anything you want to do. All those things are free. There's multiple playgrounds for the kids and lots of things for them to do. And then if we do have things that you want to pay for as far as entertainment, maybe you want to go to the movie. That's $15 to $18 for a ticket out at the Pinnacle, which is the best movie theater, in my opinion, around Knoxville. We've got everything from Top Golf to the Tennessee Theater downtown. You know, but there's lots and lots of things to do here in Knoxville that you don't have to pay for. And that's the best part about where we live, is all the things that you can do outside for free. If there's any topics you'd like for us to cover, please put that in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We love to get those. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so below so you see when our new videos are coming out weekly. And until next time, guys, can't wait to see you around Knoxville soon.